Good evening, I'm Vicki Dorch.
And I'm Rick Van Hoos. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the annual Wednesday's Child Adopt-a-thon.
For more than 4 decades, WLKY and Wednesday's Child have worked to bring children and parents together. WLKY has donated this commercial-free hour so you can join us in our mission to help foster kids find loving homes and live happier lives while in state care.
And tonight we're going to share with you the stories of Kentucky families who have welcomed foster children into their lives and brought joy and love to their families through adoption. Right now, you can pick up the phone and help thousands of children navigating their way through foster care.
The number to call is 893-3232. The lines will be open until 8 o'clock tonight. And there are many other ways to donate. So you can do so online at wednesdayschild.com or text ADOPT-KY to 44321 to donate via text. You can also mail a check to Wednesday's Child, P.O. Box 39, Louisville, Kentucky 40201.
Wednesday's Child also has a unique QR code that you can use to donate. You can see it right now on your screen. Now, use your mobile device to scan it. This code will also be in the upper right corner of your screen throughout the night.
No excuses. We just gave you lots of ways to donate, didn't we? But if you call 893-3232, we have some special guests here to take your pledges. Look who we have on the phone lines tonight. Liz Everman, former spokesperson and chair emeritus of Wednesday's Child Inc., and Roger Bergman, Spalding University athletic director and longtime supporter of Wednesday's Child Adopt-a-thon.
And we like that. We've already got 2 of the 4 working. Angela Bishop is in the back. She's working. She's the founder of Hope's Closet, which provides free clothes to children in foster care and adopted children. She's also a foster parent and former Bell Award recipient. And Nick Marshall's in the back. Your phone's not ringing yet, Nick. Former foster child himself, who is now an advocate for children in foster care.
Christina Mora is the spokesperson for Wednesday's Child. She also serves on the board, and tonight she's here providing more information to families thinking about taking a foster child into their homes. And Christina, we're glad to see you. You're only a couple of days away, weeks away from expanding your family. Congratulations. We're anxious to meet your little one.
I know. I don't know if anyone can tell because it's covering, but yeah, this 4 kids was not enough. So we have one coming. She might come tonight. I don't know. So I'm so happy to be here tonight sharing about children who are waiting on a forever family. While many Kentucky children prepare for the holidays, others are preoccupied with the lack of permanency at home. Nearly 10,000 children are in Kentucky's foster care system. Tonight, I want you to meet 15-year-old Marcus. It's clear he lights up any room he walks into. And even with a traumatic past, Marcus is one of the most self-aware teenagers I've ever had the pleasure of interviewing.
I'm a caring person. I'm like a big stuffed animal.
Those who know Marcus say he's a joy to be around. Someone who is funny, smart, and loves to cook.
When I grow up, I want to be a chef, and I want to have my own TV show.
He's always joking around and goofing around. Like, he lights up a room whenever he's in it, just playing around and stuff.
But this lighthearted kid has already endured some heavy burdens in his short life.
I think I was in the system when I was 6. I did get adopted by a family member. Not a family member, but I call her my mom. And she adopted me. So she passed away, and it kind of made me sad. But then I was put back in foster care. I've been in foster care for 2 years now, I'm pretty sure. After
that devastating loss, Marcus is back in the system, and he's very aware of his trauma.
I do have little problems with grief. I'm not like the perfect kid, but I'm not the worst kid. I try my best. I do get hard on myself when I do mess up. As long as you're there for me and help me, I think I should be fine.
We all know there's no such thing as a perfect kid, but Marcus could be a perfect match for your family.
I wish for a loving and adventurous family. Like we go out, we like to get dirty, and it's just us having fun.
Marcus says he likes to sing, although I couldn't convince him to belt out a song while we talked. And, of course, if you couldn't tell, he likes to tell jokes. All right, Rick, Now to you.
You're right, like his spirit. Thanks, Christina. He's become one of Kentucky's fastest rising stars, but tonight he's joining us to pitch in on our efforts to help Kentucky's foster kids. I'm speaking of country artist and Taylorsville native J. Dean Shelburne, one of my good friends, and he had planned to be with us in studio to sit on our phone bank tonight, but an unexpected conflict arose. But he still wanted to help us out for this worthwhile cause and is joining us now from his home in Nashville. Thank you so much, J.D. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Thanks so much. Sorry I couldn't be there tonight. Daddy duty sometimes calls, and I'm a new dad. So as you can expect, I'm here in Nashville, but honored to be a part of this and encourage my fans to donate.
How are Jackson and Amy doing? You got a little 1-year-old running around there, don't you?
He's running wild around the house. I tell you, man, he's walking and just been a highlight of our lives. And he learns something new every day. As you can imagine, the Christmas trees are up. You know, he's pulling ornaments off the trees. He's unwrapping gifts. It's just craziness in Nashville, but we honestly love every single minute of it. We're very blessed.
JD, I know family is very important to you. That's why it's important for you to be a part of this Adopt-a-thon to help kids in foster care live happier lives.
Yeah, when I started playing music, it was always at the top of my list to just give back to the community and helping kids. And now that I'm a new dad, I have a whole new perspective on helping kids, and I take a lot of pride in that. I can't imagine this time of the year, not having a family. It just breaks my heart. My parents adopted a little girl when I was in grade school for about a year, maybe a little bit longer. And I remember just, how hard it was. You fall in love with this child, and then you have to give it back to the agency and someone else. It's just a really sad situation. And if I can be a platform and encourage my fans, I have a lot of fans in your viewing area that's follow me every step of the way. And I can encourage my fans tonight to donate money, help a family, help a child in need. It's a special feeling. So that's why I'm here tonight, to promote to my fans, to help them call in and pick up a child and adopt.
Well said, JD. You're one of the busiest guys I know. You do like 200-something shows, especially this weekend. You'll be doing the Army-Navy game, which will be on WLKY, by the way. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my great friend Keith Kamenish is hosted this Army-Navy event. It's going to be held at Beer Nose in J-Town. It's a sold-out event already. He basically fronts the money and brings in veterans to watch the Army-Navy game. He's going to have celebrities in the house. Rocky Bleier, former Pittsburgh Steeler, and veterans coming. We got several war heroes we're performing, and just a good time to really watch this game and be with veterans and give back. So we're really excited about that. We'll be coming home to Louisville on Saturday morning, and really, really excited to be a part of it.
JD, you also have a big event planned for New Year's Eve, a virtual celebration to ring in the new year. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we've had a crazy year, man. We've had a lot of success this year, a top 10 record. We've opened for ZZ Top, had a number 1 and number 2 on CMT. And so we wanted to wind out the year doing a virtual New Year's Eve concert from my home. So this year, instead of going and playing a venue, we're actually going to host it here in my home, free to the public, courtesy of our friend Carl Truman Law. And we're really looking forward to being able to go live from my living room to yours, free of charge, courtesy of Carl Truman. So we're really excited to see our fans to end out 2021 with a bang and start 2022 off as hot as it was last year. So really excited and excited to be a part of you guys tonight.
JD, people don't want to hear us talk. They want to hear you sing. We want to share with you JD's hit song, released in 2020. It reached number 1 on CMT. Here's Church Pew Barstool.
I'm sure God's got a lot of strikes against me. I don't always make it to church on Sunday. Been known to use 4-letter words, and too often I forget to pray unless I'm in trouble. I like my whiskey strong and double. I spend a lot of nights sitting on this church pew bar stool, listening to the sinners in the pool, talking about their broken hearts, 'cause in here you come as you are. Can't help but think the man upstairs is cool. this church pew bar stool. Last week I missed the preacher's sermon, but I was helping Joe unload some burdens, 'cause he lost his job and lost his wife. So I had a holy Saturday night, sitting on this church pew bar stool, listening to the sinners and the fools talking about their broken hearts. 'Cause in here you come as you are, can't help but think the man upstairs is cool. With me on this church pew bar stool. The good book said to do what he would do, and I do. Sitting on this church pew bar stool, listening to the sinners and the fools talking about their broken hearts. 'Cause in here you come as you are, can't help but think the man upstairs is cool. With me on this church pew bar stool. Church pew bar stool. Church pew bar stool.
Oh, JD, that was awesome. Thank you so much for your support with the Adopt-a-thon tonight, buddy.
Glad to be a part, man. Thank you guys for what all you do for the kids in the community, and glad to be a part of it.
All right.
Let's have a great
JD
night.
also has a number of other shows throughout the month of December. Visit his website at jdshelburne.com for more information.
So many wonderful sponsors help make the Adopt-a-thon a huge success every year. Christina spoke to some of our biggest donors recently, including Aetna. Christina?
And we have another one of our donors for Wednesday's Child here with us. Aetna has helped us out the past couple of years, and Kelly Pullen is here to tell us about your donation, but also about the Sky program, which unveiled last year, and that provides health insurance for any child in foster care, as well as adoption, a couple other things. But tell us how it's going.
Sure. So we are so excited to be here and to be partnering with Wednesday's Child. We are so proud of our longstanding partnership that we have, and we really share a commitment together, right, to support youth who are waiting to be adopted, but also those youth who are transitioning to independent living. We are a year into the Sky program, and we have served about 27,500 kids to date. We are just at the point where we're really starting to see the fruits of everyone's hard work that's been going into this collaborative initiative. We're really excited to share that jointly with the state, we've been able to divert 50% of out-of-state placements, which means we're actively focusing on keeping Kentucky's kids in the state. We're also excited to celebrate our initiative that's reducing young children being prescribed psychotropic medications, and we're seeing some really preliminary success with that, and very excited about that partnership with DCBS.
And all of that is amazing to hear, especially keeping the children close to their biological family, who, of course, the first, when children go into foster care, reunification and trying to make that family unit work is the first thing they're doing. So keeping them from going out of state is a great thing to hear.
It is really one of the main tenets of our program, right? We really want to support the Family First Prevention Services Act. We really want to focus on prevention and early intervention so that hopefully we don't have to have kids enter the out-of-home care system. However, if they do come into the system, we want to make sure that we're taking the best care of these kids as possible. So it's really exciting to partner with Wednesday's Child, who also shares that same commitment.
No, you know, you guys have been so supportive. Why is it so important? You know, these kids are so special to us, and when you meet them, I know everyone at home, they're going to be special to you too. So it must be so fun to be part of it.
For me, I have worked with children that have been impacted by out-of-home care or juvenile justice for about 13 years. So I had worked in the nonprofit sector before coming to Aetna, and it's just been so exciting for me personally to be able to impact these kids in this system on a greater level, right? donate. But for, Aetna, I think, our goal is to support our members on a journey to better health. And programs like this, like Sky, that really focus on providing unique benefits and really, really enhanced care coordination to members really is helping us to achieve that goal. We know we've got to take care of the whole child, and everything that's going on for them to be healthy and happy.
Well, we are so grateful, and you obviously have something in your hand, so let's take a look and we'll do the unveiling of your check.
Yes, so we are so excited this year to be giving a donation of $7,500 to Wednesday's Child's annual Adopt-a-thon. We know that this contribution will help them continue to meet those critical needs for Kentucky's most vulnerable children and families.
Yeah, well, Kelly, this money means a lot to us, and I want to thank you for being here with us, and thank you so much for the donation. All right, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Christina. We need the phones to ring here, Rick. 893-3232. Please give us a call and make a donation. We understand that we had a $10,000 anonymous donation was just made. So whoever made it, thank you so very much.
That is a pretty nice donation. Hey, Nick is the only one, and Roger Berkman. He's always here with us, isn't he?
You bet. Roger's with us every year. Roger is the athletic director at Spalding University. Thanks so much for every year you set aside time to join us on the Wednesday's Child Adopt-a-thon special. We thank you very much.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm so grateful that I'm thought of well enough that I could be here to help support. So, yeah, anything I can do, you all know I'm here for you.
A lot of people make a lot of decisions on where to donate their money and give throughout the year. Why is Wednesday's Child a place that you think is special?
I think it touches everybody's heart, okay, when it's about kids. I mean, we should all be in 100% for that. So while I've got you here, okay, I'd like to make that challenge that I make every year to all these U of L fans and UK fans, and I want to see who really is the biggest fan. There you go. Okay, and let's donate some money. Let's just see who donates the most money here, okay? In the next 20 minutes or however much time we have left, let's get these phones ringing.
All right.
Promise to talk about you, too. If you donate, we'll read your name.
We'll put you on air, 893-3232.
Thanks, Roger.
We can always count on Roger, can't we?
You bet we can.
You know why he's not answering phones? Liz stole his phone. What's going on here?
This is kind of awkward there to reach over to Liz and grab that phone, isn't it? At least they're ringing.
Yes, exactly.
Give us a call, or remember, you can text as well. Adopt KY 44321. You can make a donation via text.
Go Cards. Let's beat these cats now. Come on.
You know what? This is what we like to see. All the phones are going. Is this one even working? It's ringing busy. That's why that one's not going on right now. Roger just going to be the cheerleader for us is what we've got.
That's all I can do right now.
893-3232 is the number to call.
Christina?
All right, well, one day every summer, it's declared Wednesday's Child Day at Kentucky Kingdom. It's a chance for the state's foster families to have fun and connect with each other. And I can tell you, because my family and I were there, it is a blast for us and a blast for the kids. Let's take a look at this year's special day at the amusement park.
This is a wonderful event. Jeremiah has been so excited. He's been counting down the days on the calendar. Mommy, when is Kentucky Kingdom Day? When do I get to go ride those rides? Because he says now he's tall enough, he can ride a roller coaster. And he's so excited.
You know what? I don't know what I would do without her now. It's something about her personality, her spirit. It just lightens up my house, keeps me going, keeps me motivated. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Everybody needs to be loved, and to see other families that has taken on the responsibility, it's amazing.
I love it because my Cadence is amazing at play, and she just delights in all the things. And so for us, it's fun just to watch her enjoy. And I have to go through roller coasters, so this is a big step for me. And we'll do great on the water stuff.
I just want to say that I think it's a big step, but if you're willing to like meet the needs of the child, then I think foster care would be great for you.
And we have one of our very first time donors, the Kentucky Colonels, with us right now. Colonel Sherry Crows, thank you so much for being part of the Wednesday's Child family now. Tell me why you wanted to get involved with us.
Well, the Honorable Order only supports the best of the best nonprofits throughout the Commonwealth. And in 2021, we gave out $2.1 million. Wednesday's Child, first time ever grant for us, and it's because they do good things to kids that need that leg up. And we were able to purchase 800 tickets for them to go and their foster families to Kentucky Kingdom.
Oh my gosh.
How great is that? They can see other kids that are in their same boat. They can have lunch and see other foster families. Even, I just heard a wonderful story where a foster child who was adopted got to see his first foster mom again.
Oh, wow.
So we only do those nonprofits that truly touch and change lives. So we are delighted to be a first-time contributor to Wednesday's Child, and we hope we'll be able to do more in the future of it.
Well, I have to say thank you because I have been to Kentucky Kingdom, that special day for those children, probably 3 or 4 years in a row now. And it is the ultimate best for these kids. It makes them feel normal, but special at the same time. Right. And so thank you so much. I don't know if you were able to see some of that video. It was amazing, and the kids had wonderful smiles on their faces.
Absolutely. And I heard lovely little T-shirts that were made with adorable and loved. And that's what it's about. These kids need to know that it might be a bad situation, but they're in a good place.
Wonderful.
And we're delighted to be able to do that. All of our dollars come from Kentucky Colonels worldwide. So Kentucky Colonels, 30,000 of them, wanted to make sure these kids had a great opportunity.
Well, you have something in your hand, so let's see.
I know this is this is the good part of it.
The big
so,
unveil.
On behalf of the Honorable Order of Kentucky Colonels, we would like to present Wednesday's Child with over $17,000.
Wow.
That represented a fun day out.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Sherry, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We truly appreciate it, and we will go back to you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Christina. 893-3232. Get those phones ringing. We have some pledges that are coming in. Deborah and Larry Arnold, they call in with a $25 pledge tonight.
And Tony K. Ruse with a $100 pledge. Thank you very much, Tony.
$250 from Joyce Fields. Thank you, Joyce.
$100 from Kim Reho.
And we got a $10 pledge from Matilda Jenkins. Matilda, thank you so much.
Lee Feister donates $50.
And a $10 pledge from Connie Elmore. Remember, we'll take any denomination. We'll take $5. We'll take $500.
You betcha we will. $100 from Gene Keene.
We have $100 from Billy Carey Sr. Thank you so much.
$100 from Judy Bergman.
And $100 from Shay. That was, hang
and
on.
Roger didn't even
That's
take
your
the call.
wife. That's Judge
It
Judy.
didn't even come into you.
That is great. $100 pledge. This one came from Lisa Jones. She went to Paris with Liz when she was on a sponsored trip, and she's challenging everybody that was on that trip to join as well. Liz was the big part of Wednesday's Child here for many years, the face of the program. Liz, it's so nice to have you back here.
Well, thank you. It's great to be back driving up Mount Melwood, and of course being here for Wednesday's Child. And when I think about Wednesday's Child and about all the thousands of children who are waiting right now, they're in situations, they grew up in situations that were just unsuitable. And through no fault of their own, they have been thrust into an unknown situation. It's really scary for them. You know, we talk just in general terms about what the kind of things that Wednesday's Child does for them. But of course, the number one thing is to find a family for them, a permanent place. And that's what Wednesday's Child is about. And also tonight, you know, I'm hoping that people hearing the story and will not just have their eyes open to the situation, but maybe open their hearts. You know, that somebody will be touched and maybe a family will be born tonight, you know.
You have to be so proud of the years and the kids that were adopted and the money raised in this program. What does this program mean to you, Liz?
Well, gosh, you know, when I started doing Wednesday's Child back in 1980, it's hard to believe, you know, it was one of those things that it's meaningful to me because I grew up with lots of different relatives because my mother passed away when I was young. And so I know what it's like to not have a family and a home of my own and not to have my own bedroom and not to have all that stuff. So it was really a labor of love and really kind of a mission for me. And to be able to relate to the kids and to know how excited they are and to hear their stories. One of the very first children that we had on Wednesday's Child, Teresa, back, I think she was adopted in 81. And when she came to be on Wednesday's Child, like I said, she said, you know, she wanted to go back with her mother, even though it was a bad situation. And then she was adopted. She was on Wednesday's Child, and there were like 70 calls from people. You know, not all the kids that are on Wednesday's Child are adopted, but because of the exposure, many other children are adopted, you know, because obviously if there are 70 people interested. But anyway, when I went to visit her in her new home, you know, she said, she was 10 years old. She said, you know, when my mother gave me up, I thought it was the end of the world. But now I know it isn't. And so that's what we hope tonight. That's our hope tonight. And that's my hope all those years. And, you know, we talk about the thousands, you know, the numbers. But of course, the most important number is one. And that's one child and one family for each child. So we're really, really hopeful tonight that, you know, that is really what will touch people and that not everyone can adopt. So we appreciate anybody's, you know, gift or along to help the effort to find homes for kids.
Thank you, Liz. Well, so how could you not give after hearing that? 893-3232.
They are giving after hearing that. In honor of Liz, Jean Carter has just donated $50. So thank you, Jean, and thank you, Liz.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
You can also donate by text, Adopt KY to 44321 and make your donation there. Let's throw it back over to Christina. Christina, did we point out that you have adopted 4 children yourself?
I don't know if we've pointed it out, but it's not enough. There has to be another. So I was just going to comment. I love hearing Liz's stories because she's interviewed all of these children over the years. And now I feel honored that I can bring their stories to you as well. So our next young lady, I'm told she loves to laugh. She loves to get her nails done and stay on the go. 16-year-old Sierra has spent the last 5 years living at Home of the Innocents. This holiday season, she deserves to find a forever family to go home to.
Hello. Oh, big stretch. She really is a joy. She's got a very magnanimous personality. She's a very loving child. You can tell when you spend time with her that you're really making that connection and that bond.
She may not express it verbally, but those who know her say 16-year-old Sierra is a social butterfly, a people person, and someone who is extremely affectionate.
She just really thrives when she has attention on her. She loves it. And if she can hear someone else getting attention, she's going to let you know, hey, I'm over here too. Absolutely, on the eye contact. I was going to say, she really will focus and study your face and listen to you when you're talking to her. Yeah.
Sierra is one of nearly 10,000 children in Kentucky's child welfare system. Some of these kids are waiting on a forever family, like Sierra, and an even smaller percentage need a family that can handle a medically fragile child.
In terms of a family for her, she would do very well in a home with other children.
Yes.
Particularly older children where she can kind of, you know, be the little sister and watch them do all the things that they're, you know, putting on makeup and things like that. Like she really enjoys that.
Her caregivers say Sierra is a star student who loves to learn. She likes to sit in nature, and she loves to explore. And just a reminder, if you want to learn more about any of the children you meet tonight, you can go to wednesdayschild.com and follow the instructions listed regarding the kiddos waiting on a forever family.
All right, thank you, Christina. You can also make a donation at wednesdayschild.com. Call us at 893-3232. We have 4 people on our phone. Banks and Rick, they're all busy.
Yeah, Roger and Liz have the crisscross on the phones going there, and Angela Bishop and Nick Marshall are on the back rows. Keep those pledges coming. 893-3232. Roger Parrott, thank you for your $50 donation.
And $200 donation from Carol Vigbert. Thank you very much, Carol.
And we got a $100 donation from Andrew Pullen. Thank you so much, Andrew.
$50 from Barbara Dunn at Charlie Wilson Appliances. Thanks, Barbara.
And Patrick Smith called in with a $100 pledge. We thank you so much for your help.
Don't see any donations for challenges from Cards or UK fans yet, right?
We got to get that one going pretty big. Roger laid down the gauntlet on that one. That's UK U of L. Let's try to, we're all on one team. We're just trying to see who can raise the most money tonight.
All right. Christina now talks with a donor. Christina?
And now we have CoStar Charities with us. Ken Reese joins us now, and we of course know CoStar Charities has been part of Louisville for, you said, 90?
We are in our 98th year.
98 years that you all have been helping children in our area, and we're so happy that you chose Wednesday's Child to be part of that. Tell me why you chose Wednesday's Child and why you help us.
Well, our mission is taking care of kids, no matter what their need may be. And Wednesday's Child just fills the bill perfectly. And to sponsor it and to offer this little extra this evening, it's just what the guys do.
Mm-hmm.
We support about 90 agencies a year. This year we were able to grant over $17.2 million for child care.
Mm-hmm.
No matter the need. So we are pleased to be here.
And we're pleased to have you. You know, we do so many things for these children, whether it's, you know, the holiday gifts or the day at Kentucky Kingdom, or if they need a laptop for school. All these little things add up to help these kids just feel like a normal kid. And so do you ever get to see some of these things, whether it be on the news or through us, and see the smiles on their faces and the things that they finally get to do?
We see the kids all the time in the communities, at the various agencies. And yes, it's very rewarding when you hear that something you did had an impact.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we like this job.
Well, it does have an impact, and we want to thank you so much. And you have something in your hand that is wonderful, and we're excited to see. So tell us about your donation.
In addition to the sponsorship, we just wanted to add a little extra gift. Next year, we'll make it more. But for this is a pretty big check.
$5,000. Thank you so much.
We're glad to do it.
Well, Ken, I appreciate you being here. And of course, thank you to CoStar Charities, as always, for being part of our family.
It's an honor for us.
All right, back to you.
So we got Joy when she was almost 9 months old, and she has been with us ever since, and she has just brought so much joy to our family, and she just is the perfect little addition we just never knew we needed.
I think everybody told us that we needed more children, and we weren't able to have any more children, and our daughter was 12, and we were like, okay, should we start all over again? And then we just felt led and signed up for the foster process, not knowing that it was going to lead to adoption. And then now we have this perfect addition to our family, and likely more additions in the future.
You could probably start by volunteering. There's places like Hope's Closet, Wednesday's Child. There's things, there's events that you could volunteer at to see if that's where your heart is. And I would say for someone who they feel like their heart is in foster care, they should go for it and just go to the classes and just see if that's what's best for you. You can take a meal to a foster family. Any kind of respite care that you can give a foster family is, you could start there and just see if that's where you want your family to land.
Okay, I just want to say that I think it's a big step, but if you're willing to like meet the needs of the child or really get into it, then I think foster care would be great for you.
So we are back every year. Susan and Denny Crum join us on our phone banks, but they're out of town this year.
In Las Vegas.
That means they're still thinking about us because Susan just called in with a $200 pledge.
Oh, isn't that great?
So thank you very much. They're busy and they're thinking about us at the same time.
That's what it's all about. 893-3232. And we're so proud of you. The phones are quiet right now. The only one that's on there is Nick. And Nick has been back there feeding them out of there. And he goes, I used to be a telemarketer. So that's why he has been. So you can call Nick and complain to him after the show if you want. But listen, we've had a lot of pledges. Trevor Murphy called in with the U of L part of Rogers' contest. He called in with a $150 pledge. U of L is on the board.
There you go. Let's talk to Angela Bishop now. Angela is founder of Hope's Closet here in Louisville, which provides free clothes to children in foster care and adopted children. She's also a foster parent herself and a Bell Awards winner. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Tell me why you've been back here busy working these phones. Why is it important to you for help? I know you fostered children, but to also help other foster kids in Kentucky.
You know, the children are our future, and so if we don't put forth the effort to help the kids, if you don't want to become a foster parent, there's other ways in the community to help, and we have to be there for the kids to be our future, and they're the bright light for us in our community, so we have to be there for them.
And you help every day with Hope's Closet. Tell our viewers a little bit about the program.
So Hope's Closet is on Taylorsville Road, and we provide clothing, shoes, toiletries, diapers, and wipes for anyone that's not living with their biological family. So we operate solely on donations, and they just come in and shop for free. Everyone is volunteer-based at our location, so everything's going directly back to the children.
Angela, thank you so much for joining us. Your phone's busy. I'll let you get that donation. Thank you so very much.
It's people like Angela that make this Adopt-a-thon so special, helping us out. 893-3232 is the number to call. Christina?
Guys, as you can imagine, being placed in foster care is not easy, yet some kids aim to keep a positive attitude during their hardship. Like 8-year-old Sophia, her bright spirit shines through her tough times. Now, within just a few minutes of talking with Sophia, it was very easy to see why she would be a bright spot for any forever family.
How do you describe yourself?
Happy.
I love that answer. Sophia has been at her current residential facility since March, but her tough journey started before that, and it hasn't been without trauma. You'd never know it, though, after talking with her and seeing her personality shine. And she knows exactly what she wants in a forever family.
A mom, a dad, a sister, and a cat, and a dog.
She would be very successful in a home that has a lot of structure, a home that sticks to a routine, so she kind of knows what to expect. She is very kind towards others, and so a family that's going to appreciate like her kindness and her genuineness. She does really well with kids, and a family that is patient because, like all of us, we're still working on ourselves.
Sophia says she wants a family that spends time outdoors and likes to play with toys and games.
I met her for the first time yesterday, and she was just so open, and it's not usual that when I meet kids that they're so happy and like willing to talk about themselves. And she told us how she was making banana bread, and she really enjoyed that and all of her interests. So just to have her so happy and forthcoming with, her interests and things like that is refreshing.
Sophia may have a positive attitude, but she does admit being in the state's care isn't easy. What's hard about it?
I have siblings, and my mom always can't help me.
You heard her mention siblings. The state tries to keep sibling groups together in foster care, but every case is different and every family has its own set of unique circumstances, so that can't always be done. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Christina. Once again, 893-3232. The phones lines are busy. We're working these phones, right?
And that's great. We're getting a lot of pledges, and Rogers U of L UK Challenge has gotten another $25 for U of L. This one comes from Janice Pullen. Thank you, Janice.
Here's another $50 for U of L from Gloria Pullens. I haven't heard from any UK fans
The
yet.
Cat fans got to get going here, folks. $100 pledge from Kathy Zion. Thank you so much.
$100 from Thomas Bellingham Jr.
And Kathy Zion, by the way, was on the board from 8 to 10 years. Sharon Neal called in with a $100 pledge tonight.
And Jennifer Krause, $100 donation as well.
Donna Bramer with a $100 pledge. Thank you so much.
And look at this. Another Cards fan calls in $50 from Mike Bickle.
Well, we've got Smith Fogel calling in with a $50 pledge, helping us out here on the Adopt-a-thon. Thank you so much, Smith.
And $100 from Jennifer Morgan of New Albany.
That's a good one. 893-3232 is the number to call. Keep those pledges coming, folks. 19 days before Christmas, Vicki. This is our season. This kind of like is the official start to this. I know we ask people to give all the time, but this is from the heart here.
This kicks it off for us, doesn't it, each year? It really does. So please give us a call or text us at AdoptKY to 44321. It's easy to make a pledge or donation through that text message.
Christina?
And of course, we can't talk about our donors without talking about Knights of Columbus. Steve and Sarah Arnold join us now we have so much to talk about. The ride, of course, was back on this year, and it was great. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, of course, our 19th year for the ride. And I always have to mention who started the ride.
Yes.
It was Clyde Hayes. He passed away 3 years ago, and we named the ride now Clyde's Ride in his honor. So I have to get that out because of Clyde. But we had a great day for the ride this year. It was awesome, beautiful weather. We had 63 bikes, 22 riders along with that. Great ride down to Bardstown, Old Kentucky, home and back. And we had plenty of food and plenty of games and prizes for the guys when they got back.
And we always appreciate, your donation and the help, and the ride gets everyone excited. So tell me, Knights of Columbus has always been helping us. Tell us why you guys choose Wednesday's Child.
Well, like I said, Clyde started this many years ago, and he got me involved in it. And we just loved these kids, and Clyde loved these kids, and he just wanted them to have a great Christmas. And how can you not fall in love with these kids?
I know.
When you see them. So, we do a lot of things. We start this back in June, trying to get ready for the telethon and for these kids' Christmas. We have a lot of raffles. We sell T-shirts. WLKY furnishes with T-shirts that we sell. We have chicken dinners that our council puts on that we raise money for the kids, the chicken dinners, and just a lot of different functions like that for the kids.
Well, everything you all do, we so appreciate. And I know that the families involved in foster care and the children appreciate it as well. And Sarah, you're holding a little something.
Yes, I am. We had a very high goal this year.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
we went past it.
Wow. So go ahead and tell us about it.
Well, I'd really be honest with you, I don't know how we did it. The money just kept coming in. We actually had people from Georgia sending money to us.
Wow.
And because they saw it on their Facebook with their friends that we were doing the ride for Wednesday's Child. So they sent us money for that. And it just, of course, I put a $100 donation out, matched for us, the Knights of Columbus guys, to match my donation in memory of Clyde. And they really come through. So
They really did.
This was our biggest year yet. Last year we had $6,030. And we figured, well, we're going to make about $8,000 this coming year. That was our goal.
Wow.
And next thing you know, we look up and we got over $10,000.
It's amazing, and thank you all so much. I really hope you know how grateful we are, because these dollars go straight to helping the children in the foster care community who are waiting for families and who are just in the system, and it's so appreciated. So
It's all
thank
for
you.
the kids.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. Our pleasure.
All right, well, thank you so much for being part of our family, and we'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Christina. Because of your generosity and the generosity of groups like Knights of Columbus, hundreds of children in the care of the state will have presents to open on Christmas morning. Wednesday's Child volunteers purchased and wrapped gifts for 342 kids. These gifts are for children whose parental rights have been terminated, but they have not been found yet by their forever families. Every year, the state gives Wednesday's Child the kids' personal wish lists, and those lists get fulfilled no matter what they want.
Every child should have presents, and not just presents, but their heart's desire. If a child wants a bike, they get a bike from Wednesday's Child. If they want a computer, we make sure that they get a computer.
In years past, these gifts were given to the children at a Christmas party. The pandemic has canceled the party for the second year in a row, but the children will still have presents under the tree on Christmas morning this year. Christina?
Well, let's meet John. He is a young man who is ready for a fun forever family. He's been in the State's care for several years, and from what I learned, he will bring energy and laughs to the right adoptive family, and he is always making others laugh, and he can handle whatever is thrown his way.
I was gonna try to shave, they just haven't brought me the razor yet. I'm Captain Neckbeard the Pirate.
John had me laughing from the moment we met. His personality shined through, even with some distractions during our interview. He says he's ready for a fun family.
Fun to be around? No.
Fun to be around. Are you outgoing, or do you like the outdoors? Like, what kind of stuff do you do for fun?
I love video games.
John and one of his social workers, Lori, have a great relationship. They both recognize his time in the system has not been easy.
At first, it was scary. Right? Yeah. And you can ask Lori, when I first met her, whenever we pulled up to her truck, I was bawling my eyes out for like half an hour on the way up there. Right, Lori?
He hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity to actually be
with a family,
a part of a family.
So technically, it would be my first family I'm really part of.
And this 16-year-old is quite self-aware, acknowledging parts of himself that he needs to work on and recognizing what type of family he needs.
I would like it to be a family that is aware of trauma that he has experienced, but not allow John to
use that as a crutch.
He finished my sentence.
Love him. John is also an avid reader. He likes history and Greek mythology. He taught me a lot of fun facts about that during our interview. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Christina. The phones are ringing and the challenges are being met.
We've got some UK pledges, Vicky. How about that? Jody Reynolds called in with a UK pledge of $50. And we also have another $100 UK pledge. This one comes from Sherry and James Edwards. So and UK's getting on the board.
Big supporter of the University of Kentucky, Jill Bell. I'm just teasing. She just fell off the sofa. $200, and she supports the Cards, all the way Cards.
She just broke her foot kicking something, getting to the phone to call you. Yeah. This is Patricia Curry called in with a $20 pledge. Thank you, Patricia.
James Kennedy with $200. He's from Louisville. Thank you, James.
Scott Chapman called in with a $100 pledge. 893-3232 is the number, folks.
$100 pledge from Hope Dittmeyer for the U of L Cards.
Angela Kersey called in with a $100 pledge.
$200 from Barry Baker of Louisville.
All right, now I have this one that I got to bring Christina in for this one because this pledge comes with a stipulation. It's a $500 pledge, but they get naming rights for the baby.
I know.
Don't relax, folks. It's your husband, Brian, that called in with that one.
I know who that's from. You have to agree.
I can't wait to hear what name they chose. $100 from Lauren McConnell of Louisville, and this is in honor of her late husband, Joseph McConnell, and supporting the University of Kentucky.
Karen Rejo called in tonight with a $100 pledge for the Adopt-a-thon. Those pledges have been great, folks. The phones just keep ringing.
And one more, $50 donation from Cynthia Nichols of Louisville. Thank you, Cynthia.
All right, 893-3232. We're getting short on time, so keep the phones ringing, folks. Let's go over to Christina.
I love hearing those phones ring. I love hearing all those pledges. Let's meet 16-year-old Ian. He loves music, sports, and the outdoors. He's looking for an adventurous and supportive forever family. When interviewing Ian, I felt like I was talking to someone wise beyond his years. His workers say he is very mature, but they don't want potential families to forget he's still an average teen.
I like to say I'm pretty outgoing. I just like to have fun and just go with the flow. I feel like I'm pretty easygoing most of the time.
16-year-old Ian wants to go to nursing school when he graduates next year. He likes math because he says numbers don't change. And recently he started playing piano. He even writes his own songs.
I see myself in like a family that's really caring. They have an interest in music. They're very supportive. They're ready to volunteer and, because I love to do that kind of stuff too.
Ian's workers say he is extremely self-aware. He understands he's not perfect, but he still deserves a loving family to support him.
He's mature. He's intelligent. He's very insightful. He's one of the most insightful kids that I've come across in my almost 21 years of experience in this field. He has a bright future ahead of him.
He's happy-go-lucky, outgoing, fun-loving, clown sometimes, likes to people pleaser, likes to make people laugh.
During our interview, Ian played us a song that he wrote and explained what the lyrics will be about.
It's like a story of this kid who feels like he's trapped and there's not a lot of things that he can do, so he feels like he needs to just run. I feel like it's kind of like self-reflection almost on myself.
I said, what would you say to an adoptive family interested in learning more about you? He said, thank you for considering me. I want you to know that I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, but there is a lot more to me than those things. I want to be the best person I can be. If you think that I'm a child you could help, please consider me.
Wow. Well, it's usually more difficult to find forever families for older children like Ian. That's why his social workers are working so hard to find the right fit.
Thanks, Christina. We thank all of you who have called in or texted or emailed with your donation tonight. It means so much to us, and we certainly appreciate it. Please keep those calls coming in, 893-3232. We have a donation here for $1,000 from the Bass Family Foundation. Steve and Terry Bass, thank you very much.
Kathy Martin, wave for us real quick. She's the exec director of Wednesday's Child. She came in and started manning the phones in the middle. She's right hard at work taking all the donations. $100 pledge tonight from Jasmine Browner. Thank you so much.
And $100 from someone we know very well here, Scott Davenport. Coach Davenport has called in with a $100 donation. Thank you very much.
Team played great the other night for sure. $20 pledge tonight comes in from Lois Burnett. Thank you, Lois.
And Kathy Butler is taking Roger Berkman up on his challenge. She's pledging $50 to in honor of the U of L Cards.
And Jerry Walker and Joe with a $100 pledge. Thank you so much. What's that?
In honor of his new niece, who was just adopted.
And this one is from Amanda. Alex? No. What is the name here?
Well, that's Amanda, but she wants it to be from Alex Barnes' father. That is in honor of a new niece that was just recently adopted.
Well, there you go. A $100 pledge. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the new niece. 893-3232. Let's send it back to Christina.
Well, MSD is a longtime donor to Wednesday's Child. Their contributions year after year provide so much support for foster children in Kentucky. And this year, their campaign raised $31,000. Thank you so much for Wednesday's Child. MSD Executive Director Tony Parrott explains why their employees come out to support every year.
Hello, I'm Tony Parrott, Executive Director of Louisville MSD. Our employees have once again pledged their support to Wednesday's Child through our annual employee giving campaign. Our dedicated and empathetic staff know the importance of supporting our future, our youth, and more so, our most vulnerable, the youth in the care of the state. Although there are still many uncertainties with the looming pandemic, our employees are committed to supporting Wednesday's Child to ensure every child finds their forever home, and for those transitioning out of the system, ensuring they receive the necessary support to become productive citizens in our community.
Hello, I'm Sharice Horn, Director of Community Benefits and Partnerships and Chair of this year's Employee Campaign. As Mr. Parrott mentioned, our employees have committed to supporting Wednesday's Child for many years through weekly payroll deductions. In fact, our employees have pledged more than $300,000 to the organization since we began the giving campaign in 1997. The pandemic has halted many things, but it will not stop our commitment to serving deserving children and the community. Together, the community benefits.
All right, we're back here at the phone banks. It's getting busy and hectic in the final stages. 893-3232 is the number to call.
Countdown is on, isn't it? Earlier in the show, Roger Berkman made a challenge to U of L and UK fans to call in, and I've noticed all the ones he's taking is U of L, but he's finally has some UK donations coming in. This is $25 from Martha Cresswell.
And Liz just told me this one comes in from a former Wednesday's child that was adopted, a $10 pledge from Tabitha Erickman. Is that Erickson?
Yes.
Erickson.
Yes.
Thank you.
She was on the adopt-a-thon years ago.
I'm going to announce it right now. Who we have? Sherry Edward, $100, accepts Roger's challenge for University of Kentucky.
Shirley Robin called in tonight with a $100 pledge. Thank you so much.
I'm out.
It's hectic. Okay. William Lizers and Eliza called in with a $100 pledge. Thank you all so much tonight. 893-3232. We've got the phones. That's been a beautiful sound tonight, Vicki, I would say.
It certainly has been, because we know some people are donating over the web or by text as well. So it's nice to see the phones ringing here tonight.
It certainly is. And we appreciate our fine guest here helping us out. They did a wonderful job,
Couldn't
for
do
sure.
it without them, could we?
No, we could not, for sure.
Christina?
I love when it's hectic. It means that we're getting all the support we need. So our next child is DeMarcus. He's been living at Home of the Innocents for nearly 5 years. His caretakers say the 10-year-old is ready for a forever family. Now, some children in Kentucky's foster care system are considered to be medically complex. DeMarcus is one of those kids. His needs are challenging, and his caretakers say he deserves a special forever family.
There are times when he absolutely loves hugs, cuddles, loves it when you squeeze him up in a little ball and hold him. He has the cutest little giggle. He's very smart. He's very sharp. He's very good at problem solving.
DeMarcus was born without vision and very minimal hearing. He is a sensory seeker and enjoys others' company.
He loves just the presence of another person. He is very intuitive in terms of reading the intentions and the mood of someone next to him.
He forms a bond with someone, and if it's consistent, I mean, he's going to trust immediately and just roll with it. And that's part of like him, like in that routine.
DeMarcus has very unique needs, but his workers are confident there is a special family out there made just for him.
He likes to know there's the availability of someone there all the time. He will need a home where there are, caregivers who are able to meet his very particular schedule.
Well, we started with Jeremiah, obviously, and that started in 2016 from a family friend, and then came along little Aiden a few years later, the same family.
The first one was a private, and it was very difficult. We had no idea what we were going through or even what we signed up for. It became a lot for us to learn.
Yeah.
And then when the second one came up,
I
we
know.
went through the state, and it was a whole lot easier because a lot more resources were provided for us.
So we were not sure, because we've never done it before. It was all new to us. It's hard. You have to have an open mind, and it comes with a lot of emotion. Very rewarding. It outweighs all the stress that you have to go through, and all that paperwork, it outweighs all that. I think this is a wonderful event. Jeremiah has been so excited. He's been counting down the days on the calendar. Mommy, when is Kentucky Kingdom Day? When do I get to go ride those rides? Because he says now he's tall enough, he can ride a roller coaster. Go on, big roller coasters. And he's so excited. And he told Aiden, he said, Aiden, you may have to wait a little bit. You're still small.
I love seeing all those kids having a good time.
Aren't they adorable? Once again, we want to thank everyone at home who made a donation for us tonight. And, of course, all the people on our phone bank. They have worked so much. These phones have been busy.
Nick, Angela, Roger, Kathy, and, of course, Liz Everman. This has been phenomenal.
We've got a
great
total. Let's take a look. Drum roll there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
$100,757. Thanks to all of you who made a donation and a pledge tonight. Thanks to our corporate donors. This has been a grand night.
Thank you guys so much. Every dollar means so much to this organization, and it truly makes an impact on the children. And that's why we're all here.
Certainly
Wow,
does.
it has been a great night, a wonderful, like you said, this is our kickoff to the Christmas season here at WLKY. Thank you all for making it so special.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Happy holidays.
Thank you guys.